Now what I want you to do is think about the size of the nose that you're going to be sculpting and adding your detail to. What size tooltip would you need? Well, this is basically the same thing in a way. You can use this. This is going to give a little bit different sculpting support because it has that solid edge, that solid line there before it goes into a tip. So I'm going to try this bigger one, even though it's pretty much a smaller nose. But I'm going to start out with this one, and then I may switch to the white one, the white tip, because it's smaller in diameter for the hole, on the hole, see? So I'm going to start out here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start coming up in here, and you see how I'm rotating that? I'm rotating it. Now I'm not sliding it, I'm holding it here, and I've come up and now I'm rocking it. Okay, so I've come here, I've come up and I've rocked it. So now I'm going to go back to this side. Come up and rock it. It's kind of a little harder right now for me because I'm showing you. Okay, so basically I'm putting in the nostrils. Now I'm going to come back up underneath the nose and get that back to where it should be. I'm going to turn this a little bit and come up in here. Okay. Okay. So I'm just rocking it upward. And then I want to come up in here and kind of, so really it's just a pressing and a rolling. Okay, press and roll. So I'm just going to press this down here. Alright. And I want to spread my nose out a little bit. I want to make it a little wider. So I'm going to go up in here, in this area where you see these marks, and I think I'm going to change my tool. Remember, if one tool is not working the way you want it to, then go to another tool and look at your tools and say, okay, well that served my purpose for what I want to do. And you don't always in clay have to move it, run it across the clay. A lot of times it's just a pressing motion. And a lot of times it's a gingerly motion. You know, you don't want to force it a lot, because if the clay gets a little dry, which it can, you don't want it to rip. And if it does do that, then put a little softener on there, but I just tend to try not to use it because of the baking issue. Okay, now, and your hand is good too, you know. Now what I want to do is I want to add my nostrils. So I'm going to go back to this tool here because I widened my nose. Okay, so I want to go up in here. Now, whenever you put in a nostril, never go this direction and shape it. You always want to go up and out. You know, turn it out to shape your nostril. So start turning. Now I'm going to start turning outward. Okay, and you can see what I'm talking about there. See, it's helping. Now I'm going to come over here, and I'm not doing it very hard. See, I did it over here, and now I'm going to, whatever you did on your left side or right side, when you go to the other side, that's exactly what you want to do. And then look at your nostrils. Are they even? Are the holes the same size? Go down up into your nostril and just press down and out. Okay? And that's where you're at so far. So far, this is what our nose looks like. Now, I'm going to take this tool, and I'm not going to run it. I'm just pressing a little bit of pressure. And feel free to change the direction in which your tool is facing. You can see that it wants to. Oh, we have a tiny spot on there, and you'll get that. You'll notice in your house, if you don't have like an air purifier, it will pick things up straight out of the air and just appear on your nose. And that's that can be frustrating. So far, this is our nose so far. And you can see we're working our definition of the nose. Now I'm going to come over here, and I'm just pressing slightly. And because I went over there and on this side and pressed, I'm going to come over here and press. And remember to keep up with what you've done on both sides, so that your work will be the same on both sides. Okay. And I want to kind of, I wanted a wider nose, but I think I want it to be a little more feminine, so I'm going to make it a little bit more thinner through here. Now I want to flare the nostrils a little bit more, so I'm going to come up in here and go pretty far and come out like that. And then I'm going to go up in here, and I'm going to make the same amount of pressure and come out. Okay? And then you look at your nose again. You check out the nostrils and make sure they're the same. And look at the top. You know, here and here. And I'm going to go back and And then down here, I like to make sure that sometimes you'll get a little bit of a tear when you go up into the nostrils in this area. So you just kind of want to come right there and smooth that down. Now I'm going to switch to a smaller, because I want to get more detail in here. So I think what I'm going to do is switch to my ball, because I think it will give me, and you can kind of smooth it out with your ball, and you can see what I'm talking about. That really puts some definition in there. You have to be careful with the ball though, and practice with it, because it can either make or break a nose. Believe me, I have figured that out. But it can help with definition. The main thing is don't press too much with the ball. Okay, now before you begin to add the area between the lip and the nose, I like to press that down. And I like to add that before I finish shaping my nose, because to me it does show, it does help in how it helps me figure out how I want the nose to end up looking. So when we get back, I'm going to show you the next step.